trying some new things here and there.
Just trying to spice it up.
Yes, sir.
So every other week, Shad will be giving us some hot topics.
Yes.
And then mixed in between each of those weeks, I will be giving the people some updates on what's happening in the politisphere.
Right. Because you niggas need to know.
For today's episode, we'll be getting some hot topics from Shad, and we are going to be getting into some hot debates.
Yes.
From the Shade Room.
Because you know we like to argue.
Yes.
So shout out to the Shade Room for...
I do like to argue.
Look at you.
You do too. It's usually 2 against 1, but I digress.
Yeah, please
Here are the
digress.
hot topics for the week.
Right, okay. So the first hot topic we have for today is GameStop.
Yes.
And the stocks surrounding GameStop.
What a week.
Right, it's been crazy. So Cameron.
Yes.
Tell the people what's been going on with GameStop.
It's really what's going on with Robinhood. Robinhood is a criminal. They are the Robin Hood. That's a good name for them.
Robinhood.
I thought that was kind of
ironic.
Yeah.
Because, man, so basically, GameStop, open stock, all the hedge funders was doing option callings, betting on it to go down so they can make way more money, get their money back.
Short selling.
Yes.
Right. There was this thing on Reddit where people were like, hey, we finna get our power back in the financial world.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody dump money into GameStop.
Wall Street bets.
The shit skyrocketed.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody started making hella money.
So the price drives up. Yes.
Okay, I'm talking to the people.
Okay. No, keep going.
I'm trying to get some they understanding.
Right. The lines. Okay.
Look, so the people that can understand it don't understand the stock terminology. The shit skyrocketed. The people just start making hella money, and then Robinhood was like, okay, we can't do this because now we losing money. Because Robinhood don't make money from the people that have accounts. They make money from these hedge funders that put money into Robinhood to get people to buy into it. So they was like, yeah, nah, we can't do that. We stopping it. You can't buy no more. You can't liquidate. None of that shit. So nobody got their money. So now they in the lawsuit.
What's a lawsuit now?
Well, class action lawsuit. Absolutely.
Oh, I know that part.
Yeah.
Yes. So basically, for those who don't know what GameStop is a company. Oh shit, was. But still is out here. Pretty much they just sell games to people. The PS4 games, Xbox games. It's like physical locations where you go and buy the games. And as we all know, GameStop has not been doing well for a minute now because.
As with a lot of brick and mortar.
Well, brick and mortar. Well, specifically, Target is doing this damn thing.
Well, yes, but Target also sells groceries and they sell a lot of necessities.
Right. So why go to GameStop when you can get the same shit from
Target?
Target?
Yeah.
Yes. So they've been doing horrible for a minute now, even before the pandemic. Even in the pandemic now, it just has been sucked.
Well, GameStop was terrible when you would go trade something and they would give you
a
$50.
$60 $2, right?
Right.
Some bullshit.
Right. So that's for those of you who don't know what GameStop is. And this happened from these people on Reddit, which is another kind of like a social media site. And they have little groups in there, like with these people who tell people oh, we should put stocks here and there just to give the average person some insight into how the stock market works. They just said, let's go into GameStop. Let's all go in and do that. And, no one knew what would happen because it has never happened before. So everybody put money into GameStop. Of course, the value will go up then. But the problem is GameStop ain't really backing none of that up because they ain't making any sales. They have no revenues, no profit, none of that.
But it really don't got nothing to do with GameStop.
Right.
I think the IPO.
Right. And that's my problem with the stock market. I'm like, none of this is real.
It's a game.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's phantom money for sure until you liquidate.
And certain people are supposed to have skin in the game and be winning in the game, which is why this is so suddenly problematic, right?
Right. Yeah, and just the whole thing is just unfair. Like when the little people win, and all of a sudden now you want to just stop everything.
Yes.
That's not how this works.
Oh, but it's working as intended.
As intended, yes.
For those, yes.
For those people.
What's the next hot topic?
Yes, the next hot topic is my girl, Great Sicily. Yes. Cicely Tyson has passed. She was born in 1924. She's an Emmy and Tony Award winning actress. She actually just released her memoir a couple of days ago, a couple of weeks ago,
Mm-hmm.
titled Just As I Am. So go out and buy that. But Cicely has passed away.
And I was just gonna add, if you go out and buy it, go to a local bookstore, preferably a black-owned bookstore, and buy the book.
Don't go to Barnes and Noble.
Yeah, support those businesses. But
They
yes,
ain't doing so hot either.
Cicely Tyson just like
Open doors.
yes, opened doors for a lot of actors, men and women. Just a really, really great actor.
First woman to wear natural hair on TV.
Just
Black woman.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's all that matters. That's all I'm talking about.
Oh, every 1 week? Oh, okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think what's beautiful though is that she was able to live 96 years of life like that and have a really, really great, long-lasting legacy left behind
Right.
her.
And she worked like the entire time.
The whole time.
The whole time. Okay. Rest in peace, Cicely. I hate to change the subject to something so negative.
Oh Lord.
But another hot topic is T.I. and Tiny. So, for
I
those who
feel like
don't
it's
know,
every week we're talking about T.I., but go ahead.
T.I. cuts up.
He's been on here 3 times already. He needs to just be a special guest.
Right? He gonna beat us up. But so, I believe a couple days ago, a woman named Sabrina Peterson from Atlanta posted on her IG story of like some DMs that she was having with a couple other women, allegedly saying, let me quit alleging there, I ain't trying to get sued because we ain't got nothing, claiming that her and 2 dozen other victims were pressured to take drugs from T.I. and Tiny, take off their clothes, and have sex with them, and others, like while others was present as well, and others were present as well. Which is, I was very shocked when I heard these allegations.
That's some serious shit.
It is. For like T.I. and Tiny, because you usually don't hear about this from like women and couples as well. So it was like very shocking for us to hear. And also, as you know, T.I. and Tiny deny all these allegations.
Of course.
Because they're like Sabrina Peterson is upset with them for some other reason because they've been knowing her for like 20 years.
Like a dozen different women.
Yeah, I'm like it's like I'm like over 20.
It doesn't look good. Let's just
At
put it
all.
that way.
Especially since T.I. family man, family hustle. They've been in this game a long time, so it's interesting to see where
But
this
you
will
know
go.
what? I honestly, and I'm not saying that they're guilty, but I don't put anything past these people nowadays. Like you hear about so much crazy stuff happening in Hollywood, culture, whatever. Like,
Money makes you want to do weird shit.
but not only that, it's like you have access to like so many
much
different
more.
people and like
Yeah.
And people are kind of like in this place where they look up to you, so they want to do
so
something.
you have this
with
power,
you.
right?
Yeah.
Right.
You can,
And even people like this happens to like people all the time, even when people don't have money or power, because they're just out there. The predators exist.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But moving on, last hot topic of today. On a lighter note,
okay, what's the light?
the airlines just have released their annual rankings. I love it how they rank. I love ranking things.
Yeah, I never knew airlines did that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Wall Street Journal ranks them based on a variety of different criteria, such as like on-time arrivals, delays, cancellations, baggage, and things like that. So, who you guys think?
Spirit, number 1.
Who do you guys think came out on top?
It's probably Southwest.
Who do you think, Lau?
I think that's a good. I think I'm gonna go with Cameron.
Right, Southwest. For the first time in like 5 or 6 years, Southwest came back on top.
That makes sense.
I love those 2 bags fly
For free?
Right.
And a carry-on? What? And a backpack?
It's not in the backpack.
I got hella shit.
Yeah.
Right. Like you moving?
No, I need to.
Right. You going to LA for the weekend?
For 3 days.
Southwest is at the top, followed by Delta, Alaska, Spirit, Allegiant, Frontier, JetBlue, United was tied, then American.
Damn,
Wait,
JetBlue,
Southwest
hell.
and then Spirit?
Southwest,
Spirit was
Delta,
number 4.
Alaska, Spirit.
Wow.
Right.
Wait, who
Spirit
was
be
below
JetBlue?
Spirit?
Allegiant, Frontier, JetBlue, United, and American.
Wow, JetBlue.
I was
really
surprised
low.
about JetBlue.
Because I was going to say, if it ain't Southwest on top, it got to be JetBlue.
Right. I was really surprised about JetBlue. I think they have some issues and the delays.
Okay.
parts.
Department. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's your annual airlines rankings. I look for those every year. Okay. You're ready for some shade room debates?
I am.
Yeah, hold on, let me wet my palate.
Right. I'm gonna start off a little light. Then we're gonna work our way up to some more ones that we probably won't agree on. But knowing us, we ain't gonna agree from the get go.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I sure ain't gonna agree. But go ahead.
Okay. So the first debate, let's start small. Waffles or pancakes?
Waffles.
Yeah, for sure waffles.
I
Like
feel
by far.
it ain't by far.
By far.
I wouldn't say by far, but it's waffles for sure.
Yuck.
I know, but if I would have said French toast, y'all
French
niggas would have been like,
toast. French toast.
By far.
Yeah.
See, I'm a big fan of French toast. See, that was a little cute, little easy
Yeah.
one. Okay, another question. Am I supposed to tip when I pick up my food?
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Why no, Cameron?
Because I'm ordering, you doing your job, I'm coming to get it, you ain't delivering it to me, you're not waiting my table. There's no service for me to tip you, you're doing your job.
However,
Okay,
there have been plenty of times where I've gone to get takeout and I've had to wait when I got there. It wasn't ready on time. So like, if you get me my food on time, you're friendly, there's still some good service there that's not being accounted for. I might not give you as big of a tip as I would if I like dined in, but I'll give you a couple of dollars.
What is
I
your
might give
go-to
you
when you pick it up?
Exactly.
I don't give a shit who it go to.
I'm just asking, like, when you
I
at
do.
a restaurant,
It goes to the waiter.
supposed
Yes.
to. But
I mean, like, I'm sure, like, whatever. I don't know how it works when I'm getting, takeout food, but whoever put my meal together, thank you. If all of y'all put it together and y'all all splitting this $10, cool.
is it the same
I'm here.
15% tip?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I give more if I'm dining in. So, like, if I'm taking out, it might just be like 10%. But if I'm dining in, it might be 20. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it depends on how
Oh,
the
you
food
got
Yeah, exactly.
Do you tip when you just like not pick up your food when you order it, but when you just at a restaurant in the place you just walk in, order a little something, that little machine turn around, already got the tip already in there. Do you tip then?
No, it's a machine. I ain't
Oh,
doing
when
nothing.
they give you
Yeah, you just walk in and order it, you just call in ahead.
No.
It depends on where I'm at. So if I know it's like, especially now with everything that's going on, and I know places are struggling, I'm always trying to tip.
Mm-hmm.
Especially like a small place. If it's a big like
It's like a mom and pop place.
yes.
Sure.
If it's like a big Chipotle or something, no tip.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna do the places I'll be paying these people anyway.
The
They
chain.
pay people
Oh,
to leave the
yeah,
chain.
yeah.
So I would think it would make sense to tip them.
But who's the
But
tip going to?
is that tip going to them?
Exactly. Now, like that's when.
But who that other tip going to?
Oh, you
It's
got
a
a better chance
small
than going to the
place,
person.
yeah.
But I'm just saying, just because it's a small place don't mean those people don't got money. You don't know how
True.
many other businesses that they own, how many LLCs that they have.
Okay.
That is true.
So
but
in order to just blanket across the board,
No tip.
no tips. Nobody.
Mine depends on my mood. It really
not
does.
your damn mood.
It really.
Well,
I
I
was like,
hate to see you on a bad day.
because sometimes you're like, you ain't getting nothing from me today.
And not depending on how they service you.
No, but I do have a third threshold of expectations.
Which is
Just because
fair.
you smiled and stuff, it don't mean you get a tip.
Yeah, because Chick-fil-A smile like a motherfucker. Thank you. My pleasure.
Not a robot.
Absolutely. I tip at Chick-fil-A.
Not Chick-fil-A.
But I think it also depends on the type of food too. Like,
You got too many depends.
well, like, why are you tipping Chick-fil-A?
I'm
Versus
not.
like, if I go to a place where they're like really stir frying my food and doing a bunch of stuff, okay, I'm gonna tip. You like actually put that food together. You know what I mean?
I would rather
Wasn't like
tip the people at
fast.
Chick-fil-A. Because I know them people are going to get, I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't
They
know.
actually get paid.
Because
But
I'm
I know
like,
fast
get a
food-
good check.
I'm about, I'm just comparing fast food to like people working like restaurants and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I'm just like, I would rather tip somebody working McDonald's.
But
Yeah.
you're not tipping nobody, and neither are you.
What you mean? At all?
No, y'all talking about do you tip when you like just go
Oh, when I
pick
pick up my food?
Oh, good point. Next question.
Wait. Oh, you said no. Waffles or pancakes? You didn't say.
I like waffles more.
Okay.
I do, but some pancakes be hitting me.
Blueberry pancakes, fire.
I don't like shit in my pancakes. Okay.
I can't stand.
What scares you more?
Okay.
When someone says, I got a question or we need to talk?
We need to talk.
We need to talk.
Like, about what? What did I do? Tell me. Because then you're going to wait, like, oh, we can talk later. No, you brought it up. We talking now. We could be in the middle of the mall. I don't give a fuck. We could be swimming. What the fuck we need to talk about?
I agree.
My anxiety level skyrockets.
That part. I was going to say, it's not necessarily that it's scary, but I'm, like, impatient. And if you're going to say we need to talk,
just talk.
we're
Might as well
talking
talk about
now.
it. Yeah.
It started. I'm not waiting.
But sometimes you gotta wait for sometimes you gotta let cause.
Don't let me marinate, cause then I'm just gonna get mad. And then if it ain't that serious, I'm really mad. Cause why is it, oh, we need to talk. So, I got a flat tire. Girl, can we go?
Also, if it's that big of a deal, you're not going to forget. So, talk about it when you're ready to talk about it.
No, I think also a thing is I'm trying to make sure you're in the right headspace. So it's like, we need to talk, but I'm gonna talk to you. I need to wait until you in a better frame of mind.
So you should have waited until I was there.
But how do you know?
Right.
That's fair.
I think that's what it is.
I think there's probably a better way to phrase it other than like.
So what is better to say
like,
than we need to talk?
Do you have time to talk
about something?
Yeah.
like, yeah, I mean, sure. I mean, that's
so
just
they don't,
it eases it a little more. Like,
anxious.
Yeah, it's
like,
like,
what are
okay.
you doing right now? Like, do you have time to talk?
Like, how much time you need? Like, let me just figure it out. Okay, yeah, I can make time.
They all scare me.
But that's the least.
They all scare me. I guess like I got a question for you. Like, I'm like, oh shit. What do you want to know?
I got a question. I got a question to be anything though.
It could. Yeah. Well, we need to talk to be anything too.
But it's typically used for some shit that you done fucked up on.
No, I don't use it for something someone has fucked up on. This is like something I want to say that like makes me nervous about your response to it.
Right. So that's why I feel like we need to talk. Is like it's usually a bigger deal than like I have a question. Like, okay, ask away.
I got a question like something you haven't told me to me that like I should know or like should have known, or to me you fucked up. I got a question.
Really?
I don't understand why. Why did you do X, Y, and Z? That's my question.
Okay, that's fair.
That's just me though.
Yeah.
Okay. What's worse? A coworker that goes back to tell the manager everything, or the coworker who wants to be the manager so bad?
The one who's going back to tell everything. Because I can shine you on. I can like act like you're not whatever. You want to think you are whoever you are. That's cool, but I don't have to.
But if
listen
you're going back,
if you're going back and tell, like,
I agree.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know, you want to be a manager, do your thing, try to be the manager.
Live your best life.
Right.
However, don't report every goddamn thing I'm doing, because then I'm going to beat your ass.
Oh.
Right.
Not right.
No.
Lord, Lord, as a tech company, whooping everybody.
No.
Well.
So which one are you, Lauren?
Which one am I?
Yeah.
Neither.
You probably want to be the manager so bad. They're going to be tired of you.
Project manager.
I mind the business that pays me.
Well, that business pays you.
Technically it does.
Right, technically it does. Okay. Is it rude to be reminded to pay back money you borrowed?
No.
No, not at all. Because sometimes you just forget. Or you got other stuff going on. It's not like a priority, but it might be a priority for that person. Just pay it back. Okay, back.
Yeah.
Do y'all?
I think, but then I also think it depends on the circumstances in which you borrowed the money. So, like, let's say, Cameron, you're in a bind and you're like, I need to borrow $5,000.
Jesus Christ.
I'm just
$1,000.
Okay. Fine. I need to borrow $1,000. Whatever money's tight right now. If I ask you for that $1,000 back like a week later, I feel like that's kind of rude because I already knew you
I'm in a bind.
struggling.
Yeah.
But like if I ask you for it a month later, I feel like that's
It's
fair.
a little less.
Yeah,
like,
it's a little situation.
Gives you some time.
Yeah, but I mean, like I think you need to be kind of like sensitive to, like it going into like when you're lending someone money, like you know what the deal is, and you know they can pay you back right away. Then it's like, okay, where's my money a week later? But if you know they're struggling,
right, that's part where the conversation ended needs to be had. Like when you plan on giving it back.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
like when I'm gonna get back to you in the first come and go.
And
Yes.
And then you get, like you be like, come on.
Like, I don't want to do this with you.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. Something that makes me anxious when I gotta ask someone.
It makes me anxious too.
Did it make you anxious when you asked me the other day? Because we bought a TV together and I ain't paid my half yet.
What TV 10 months ago?
Ooh.
And I got it too.
Were you anxious asking your own brother?
Was I anxious? I wasn't like anxious.
He was like, I think you owe me some money. I was like, do I? Oh yeah, I do.
I think the point is like, why you give the money?
I don't know, I forgot. And it ain't like I don't got it.
You watch that TV every day.
People forget when it ain't they money.
Right. But it was in your face. The TV 80 inches.
It is a big ass TV.
Like 80 fucking inches.
I'm sitting back there.
Right.
And Roach would be over there looking at you like.
This nigga.
Well, I just when I paid him, cause I bought him like a credit card, or whatever, so I can get some points and stuff. So when I pay the bill every month, I was like, so I only remember in that moment.
Yeah.
But I think it's rude to have to remind somebody to pay you back the money. That's rude.
I think it's rude if you have like they're rude, the person you remind.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
I'm rude.
This was one that I found was interesting. Should this person said like stop centering dates around food?
No.
You gonna eat?
I do. But
That's hard.
I think there should be more to it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it can't just be like
Let's go eat.
let's go eat every time. Like you should do something else. But food should be involved. I think food is a great starting point for good conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then you kind of like figure out a lot about somebody by what they order and how they order too. And then the experience of like, especially like if you like
How
sitting
they
down.
treat their waiter.
Oh,
how
I didn't know
like
what
that.
they order. I'm like, who's into the steak girl and the burger girl?
Well, there is a difference now.
No,
Where
there
is
ain't.
it?
Yes, there
There ain't,
is.
because I'll order a nice big steak and
Okay.
then I'll also order a burger and fries. You can
Okay,
never go
but
wrong
how
with
do you
burger
eat
and
your
fries.
steak and how do you eat your burger? and
Medium.
fries? I'm not talking about like how do you physically eat it.
I dive right in. That's how I
But
eat.
you ain't picking it up and biting it. You
Oh no,
like,
not
Oh,
the steak or my
mannerism.
burger.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm picking it up.
And I
Oh.
respect that. But some people, you know, might cut it and then do a
Well, I
Okay.
have to cut it in half.
Okay.
I've seen people like cut it. And
No, that's not.
then eat it on the fork.
You're doing way too much.
But I'm
What kind of
saying,
burger?
but I'm saying you like learn a lot about people during their eating. What happened?
That's what kind of burger was. A sloppy joe.
Oh yeah, no, I might use a fork too, or some gloves.
Oh,
Yeah.
I never.
Etiquette is what
Yeah.
you're getting at.
Yeah, I never thought about like what somebody order, what that says about them. I never thought, unless it's like vegan vegetarian, but like anything else outside of that.
Mm-hmm.
I just find like sitting down and eating dinner, like that's intimate. Like you're
Yeah.
sitting across from someone, it's just y'all. You got to talk, or it's gonna be awkward and
I hope
you're
so.
gonna, yeah.
Should the first date be centered? Like you can have a date and food be involved, but not centered around the food. You know what I'm saying? It's like different. Like we're going
Yes.
for a
Like-
bistro, then we happen to get some ice cream or something, right?
Mhm.
Instead of like, oh, we're gonna get some ice cream. Oh, let's walk for a minute.
Yeah.
That's two different dates.
Yeah.
But the question is, should it be centered around food or food be involved?
Food should be involved. Not all of it should be centered around.
Nothing is
food.
wrong with centering your date around.
I mean,
food.
yeah,
Put it that
unless
way.
unless that's y'all thing, like y'all just foodies and like to eat food together and new experiences with food, then absolutely. Don't let nobody tell you how to fucking do your dates. Fuck them people.
I'm on the fence with it because at first I was like, when I first read this, I was like, I think every date, friendship, whatever, what we eating?
Yeah.
Yes.
Anytime I hang out with anybody,
Because niggas be hungry.
especially if you around noonish or like 6, 7, I need to eat at that time. So let's
And those are the times when people date. It's around time to eat.
yeah, but you can like have a date at 4, or you can have a date
Yeah.
at 9
In the morning?
p.m. Like
Oh,
like
I was-
after dinner, like we go to a drink or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, food and drinks. Same.
I already. Well, right, we could just go to the movie.
Look, we've been in COVID so long. We like a date at 9. Going to the house.
I'm just talking about with these days during COVID it has been hard already, point blank, period.
Man.
So I was like, we gotta eat something.
So,
You know how many picnics motherfuckers have had?
A lot.
How many picnics you been on camera?
Too many. I don't want to go to the lake no more.
You wanna go to the lake?
No.
A beach?
No, I hate beaches. I hate sand.
I hate sand too. It get everywhere.
It does.
It'll be with you for days. I got time.
Speaking of people, what's worse? A person who never acknowledges their wrongdoings, or a person that always says sorry and doesn't change their behavior?
Sorry,
Ooh.
and don't change your behavior.
I want to say that,
I'm
but I
sorry.
really feel like it's the not acknowledging the wrongdoing.
But do they know it's wrong?
Because they could be raised to say that was the right decision to make. But if you apologize for your actions and still doing the same shit, you basically said fuck you.
Yeah, but like if somebody's being really rude and they don't ever acknowledge that they're being really rude, they're also saying,
But rude is sometimes subjective.
Very. In a white
Okay.
household versus a black household, rude is 2 different meanings.
Roshan, I'm coughing and sneezing, and every time I touch you,
Oh,
I don't say excuse me.
That's just nasty.
Okay, but I never say excuse me.
true.
I walk in the door, close it right behind me. You there? I don't open. I don't like try to like hold it open for you.
I think you're just a jackass.
Okay, whatever. I'm not acknowledging my wrongdoing, so.
I think it's also like that person like who you go to a restaurant with. It's always that one person who's like slightly rude to the waiter and the people. But
And be like, I don't want to pay the tip, but you were the rude one.
right,
Yeah.
but it also I think them people to me don't know that they're being rude. It to me like, oh, can you?
Read the room. If everyone else at your table,
Everybody can't read.
Okay, Fantasia.
read the damn room. That's all I'm gonna say.
People don't read the room.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
They should. Huh?
Next.
Okay. A man is romantically involved with 2 women. Or a woman with 2 men, whatever. A man, a woman, one woman, trans.
some person is involved with 2 other people.
Yes.
Right. Romantic.
They tell person number 1, I love you, it's only you.
Mm.
They tell person number 2, I love you, but there's someone else.
Mm-hmm.
Which person does they love more? Person 1 or person 2?
Person 2.
Because they're
Being honest. This is weird.
I know.
I know! We're only early base, goddamn!
What do you think?
Person 2.
Yeah.
I feel like he's one of them bitches.
I mean, that's not true either though, because you could love more than one person, but the fact that he's not being honest just knows that his level of vulnerability and how comfortable he is with it.
So I guess you're a liar in one of them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I guess that's the.
But then would that mean that I'm lying to her to protect her feelings because I don't want to hurt her feelings?
I don't. No.
I think that's
I
one of
don't-
them. One of them nigga phrases. Like,
Oh, okay.
Right. That's
Alright.
something. Yeah. That's
Alright.
something. The person who's
Yeah.
doing wrong is
Like, I
trying
don't
to
want to hurt your
reason,
feelings.
Like,
I'm
yeah.
like, but you heard my feelings the other day. You didn't care. Who makes this one so different now?
Right.
Because I'm blatantly doing it.
Okay. This is one of those ones about having like a relationship without a title.
Okay.
So do you think that the bond is different with having a relationship with the title versus the same relationship with us?
No.
Do you think, as some people, this person called it like a scam?
No. I think the title just helps them both realize that we're moving to something different. Like there's a next level. It doesn't change the bond.
We all go with these damn levels. Was that the first episode? The relationship and all these
Yeah.
damn levels.
It's levels to this
There's levels to this shit.
Go ahead, Cameron. Tell us about the levels.
There's dating exclusively, and there's a relationship, and there's marriage.
So dating exclusively and relationship is different.
Yeah, what?
Yeah. Just because I can date you exclusively, I'm taking that time to get to know you one-on-one even more, to figure out if I want to commit my time in relationship to you. Because a relationship means emotional responsibility. If I'm dating you exclusively, I'm not responsible for how you feel emotionally. I'm not.
Are you
I'm
ever?
not obligated. I mean, I feel like in a relationship you are.
I was like, you feel like that?
In a relationship, I feel like you are responsible for this person's emotional well-being. But dating exclusively, I'm not. I'm not obligated to be vulnerable. I mean, you are in a relationship, but that's a step you take when you make that commitment.
See, this is where it gets confusing for me because like
I feel what you're saying.
I don't understand the like. Oh, like you meet somebody you kind of like. I'm like, cool. Let me invest my time in getting to know you. So like it all flows to me. Like I don't understand. I'm like, oh, I meet somebody and I like them, but let me go out and date this other person and then date all those people around. Then I'm gonna decide to date exclusively with you, but we're not in a relationship. And then by the time that's all said and done, you can be like a Belle, and 7 years later, and you introducing her to your family.
A lot of that can happen fairly quickly though.
Right. Nobody. Don't put a timeline.
They can happen after one date. You can be on a date, just going different dates with people week after week. It may not work out.
What can happen though?
That going from like dating a whole bunch of people to dating one person exclusively. It can be like the next day if you wanted to.
Yeah, if you wanted to. So like that's why I said it's like confusing to me. Like if you like somebody and then you're like
you can like somebody and not know if you want to
the
be with them romantically.
Right.
I know. So like, but it just complicates it when you're trying to like date other people at the same
I'm
time.
sorry, but this is
What was the damn debate question? Because we all off topic.
I know, like the person was like the title of having like a relationship without having the actual title, but being in the same type of relationship.
Does that change the bond?
Yeah.
No.
I feel
think
like
it
it does
does.
change the way people move.
I do too.
So like by not having a title on it, you are like you're able to do certain things
that
and
you
not
wouldn't
be
do.
held accountable for
For your
those things
actions.
because of the fact that you don't have a title on it.
It's like,
I feel
we
like
doing
you
the
fall
same
back
shit,
on that.
but we still ain't boyfriend and girlfriend though.
Right.
But then I think at that point you have to realize who you're doing that with too. Cause like, I also agree. Like, clearly I agree with that. Like, I vet who I'm dating for a long time before I choose to make that commitment. But just because we aren't technically boyfriend and girlfriend, I am moving exclusively and I'm not dealing with anyone else. So there is no, oh, I did this, but technically we aren't. Like, no, I'm not doing that.
So,
But you did say when you're dating exclusively, you're not responsible for like their emotional well-being.
You aren't.
Versus
That
okay,
choice,
so
that choice is for me,
the
not for them.
title, but
That
the
choice is
title
for me,
does
this is theirs for me.
change how you act.
No, the title doesn't change how I act because I would do that in a relationship too. But I'm doing that out of respect for myself and to figure out if I really want to give this person a chance. That decision is mine and mine alone. Yeah, I can be a fuck nigga and be fucking on every other people because technically we're in a relationship. But that's not the type of nigga I am.
But like loyalty or whatever aside,
You can't put
there
that
are
aside.
other no I'm saying putting that aside, there are other things, right, that you bring to a relationship.
Such as
Supporting someone emotionally, right? Or financially, whatever the case may be. I think in absence of an official title, you're not going to be, most people aren't going to be doing those things.
right. To me, like a title is just like a contract. Pretty much it's like a verbal, emotional contract.
Yeah, like if I'm not in a relationship, I'm like not doing relationship things with you.
But a lot of people do relationship things without the title.
They do.
And that's the point.
I Lauren Keys am not.
Right. I guess it also depends on your opinion of like relationship things and like what constitutes. At what point do you feel the need to enter a relationship with someone? And some people, the threshold and the criteria is different than like for other people. Cause like to you, you could be like, y'all in a relationship, y'all doing all that. Somewhere else like, we don't like, but X, Y, and Z doesn't happen for me to feel like we should be in a relationship. So if somebody's like, oh, we have sex in a relationship. So I'm like, the criteria is different. Anyway.
But my point still being that I think people move differently when they have a title versus.
Yes.
I don't think it changes the bond. That was the original question, and I'm sticking to it. I said.
I would say like I think the trust and things change, and the loyalty. I'm gonna be loyal to you if you don't have the title. Anyway.
Yes, but
I don't. changes my mind. Okay, this is cute. How long do you need to be in a relationship for to exchange Christmas gifts?
I don't think you need to be in a relationship that long.
Yeah, me either.
Like, how many dates? Are we?
Now there's a price tag where okay,
Yeah, there's a. Let's be realistic here. I'm not gonna be buying you a Birkin.
We ain't about to work in 30 years.
That's right. You heard it here first.
I'm like a little $40-$50 gift, whatever. Like
I mean, I would go maybe 150. I mean, that's
I'm just saying, like that's
a nice, meaningful gift. Especially like if I'm dating you and I see a future with you. Sure, I don't mind doing this.
So you right about? That's interesting.
What?
I'm like, okay, you see a picture of me, you gonna buy me a gift and stuff, but you want me to be your girlfriend?
Not yet, no. Because there's still other things like, yeah, I see a future with you, but I also need to see how you react to my friends and my family and shit like that. Let's be clear, our family's crazy. I need to know you can navigate that space without me there.
No, without you there.
shit.
I'm just saying.
But there's things that don't get revealed about your partner until you like
You
know,
still
you're
find
not
new things
in-
about your partner.
Yeah. It's like you're not going to be able to account for every little different quirk that they have.
And I don't want to. But I have my criteria.
Cameron got a whole laundry list. Next debate.
I think
Oh, wait,
I
what
think
is your answer
I
now?
don't think Cameron has changes in the person he's with and how he feel about it.
That's fair
I
too.
think Cameron is one of those lists like, oh, this is about you, not you, and how I'm feeling. The list he makes up the list as he goes. Honestly.
And I feel like that's the thing. Like, it has to be adaptable according to who you with, because people are different.
I know, but I think one person can meet all criteria in this one, and then the one person, but you're like, I just don't like you that much. So, okay, that's what.
That's fair.
Anyway, I think I'd be like, we are like dating for a minute. Like,
You want to give him a good little.
no, not if we just have one or two drinks. No, we just.
No, I mean, okay. Oh, you guys complicate the like dating so much. You're dating. You're in a relationship with somebody.
two
like-
different.
No!
Anyway, we ain't about to do this. Okay. Let's do something else. Is it okay for your boo to spend the night at his or hers, baby daddy or baby mom's house on Christmas Eve,
No.
so they can wake up with their
Fuck
kids
them
the next
kids.
morning?
No.
No, okay.
You can go in the morning after you leave my house.
But no.
But no.
No.
Hell no. You want to do that? Bye. I got time.
I don't know. Are you just on the night? When we leaving? We packing. Why? When we packing our bags?
Oh, all of us. Go.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Oh, we together and our kids too, right? So I should be there too.
Like you guys have to
That's
work
good.
out some sort of agreement to like this Christmas they with you and they are with the other one on Christmas Eve and the next year is something different.
Yeah. Or we just
We're
meet
not.
in one
Or yes.
on Christmas Day at your house or at my house, but ain't no spending the night.
Right.
No motherfucker.
I will
sleepover.
come over at you can go over at 8 a.m. But you don't need to stay the night.
Oh yeah, I ain't going at 8 a.m. That's too early.
But you know kids get up early and open gifts. I think that is probably what's behind that
Mhm.
question.
Yeah, that's fair, but you ain't staying the night.
No, I agree.
I'm good.
Okay, so let's do one more.
Oh, we could do one more.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Let me read this to y'all. A lot of men want to be at the height of their career before marriage in fear of having a wife that will distract them from their goals.
Yes.
Guess what? He didn't even finish.
Right.
I'm agreeing with the statement.
Right. Do you agree with that statement for one?
A lot of women want the same, but go ahead.
Okay. This girl making a point is like the irony is that a lot of men who achieve greatness throughout history did so with a woman by the side already.
Mm-hmm.
The right one won't be a burden.
No, that is true.
I need examples of who.
Barack, Michelle,
That's one example.
BJ.
He was good before her, and so was she.
But they're great now.
There's plenty of examples, and I think the thing is like in a partnership, regardless man, woman, 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 your partner should, encourage you to be a better version of yourself and to pursue whatever goals you
Right.
have and
Yeah.
not get in your way. I
Right.
agree with
I
that.
think it's 2 points to that. I think one point is that like some men will say that like, oh, like a lot of women are a distraction for me. They
That's
don't help
it's
me.
not like a personal problem to me.
Or vice versa. One would say the same thing about men.
If they're a distraction to you, that's a personal problem.
I mean, I've said it. I felt the same
It
way
ain't
for a long time.
It ain't the women.
Well, either or, like you said.
It ain't the men.
partner.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm like, some people would say that, and then like some people would say that you're supposed to like be building stuff together, but I think that's a unique
Situation.
I'm like because it does take a lot of time to like build relationships with people, and relationships take work and energy.
Right.
So
And
I think
kinda,
people say like not a distraction, but like a
transfer of energy when I could be putting all my energy into my career.
Yes, I understand that, but I think if you have an understanding partner, it's like we're trying to accomplish the same
right,
thing.
and also like priorities too. Like is a partner willing to not be
To
a
take a backseat.
priority in some aspect sometimes?
Right.
Yeah. So like one
And
thing.
some people don't want that.
Yes.
Yeah, one thing like I tell women before we like even get to the point to where we trying to seriously date is like I need you to realize that I don't want to be your first priority and you are mine. You're my second. My first is myself, my happiness, my career, and the goals that I'm trying to achieve. If I can control my happiness and my career before you even get there, you are an
Well, that's
enhancement.
1 and 2. G3.
What?
Yourself is one.
Different. Career is another one to me.
Yeah.
Well, to me, it's all the same because like I mold myself in my career so much. Like doing my career is a form of self care for me.
That's good.
Okay.
So
But I see them
that's my
like
way.
I see them as separate.
So,
I will have
if
to.
you can't be okay with being a backseat to myself and my career, then it's not gonna work. Because I can be a backseat to yourself and your career. I want to be an enhancement to your happiness. I don't want to be your world. I don't want to be your everything.
These are different things, though.
Yes.
Are they?
Yeah.
And on that note, I think that would be a really good conversation. But I think we've exhausted this debate.
It was
It's
getting
been
good.
wonderful.
Right.
I know it was getting good because we've been agreeing, and I'm so shocked. But on that note, remember to like, subscribe, click that link, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, watch the video on YouTube. You can follow us at Next Topic Podcast. You can listen to the podcast on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. You can follow me on Instagram at CoolKeyCollKeyes.
You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Shaz_space. That's SHAD_SPACE.
You can follow me on everything at Clicks by Cam. KLICKSBYK.
Toodaloo.